Hi Virgo! Hopefully I don't call you Leo because I literally just finished the Leo reading, so if I do, I'm sorry, but this is a reading for my Virgoans out there. So Virgo, I hope you're doing well. There are no dates on these readings, Virgo, so whenever the message finds you, if it resonates, then that's great, but there's no restrictions on time or anything like that. It's completely fluid. Roles can be reversed, so if I'm interpreting the story as one side, and I'm saying that like this is the Virgo and then you're relating more to the opposite side of it, that's fine. Just swap and reverse it however you need. It's just far easier and less confusing for me if I just all channel it as sort of one perspective. Okay, and then what's the last one? Oh yeah, obviously these are general readings, so please don't try and force the message to fit. Hopefully there is something in here for you, Virgo, but if not, hopefully the next video might have something for you. Just don't try and like force the message to fit, because then we can get all sorts of misinformation and it can get confusing and we don't want that. So Virgo, straight away I want to use the deck that I haven't actually touched in any of these videos, the last few that I did anyway. But look at this, isn't it pretty? I just bought this the other day actually, this little tarot bag, because I don't have tarot bags really for my decks. I tend to keep them in the boxes. I don't know why I don't really buy tarot bags, but I kind of like just having them out. I like seeing the boxes. I kind of like having them sort of almost like a bookshelf, like a little library, and being able to choose from them. But I absolutely loved that Luna Moth one, so I just had to get it. Damn, Virgo. Okay, that's some heavy stuff. Yeah, it's interesting actually, because I just did the Leo reading, and as soon as I asked to move into Virgo's headspace, Virgo's energy, everything felt really weighted suddenly. And I actually thought it was because I just moved from a fire message into obviously you guys switch Earth, so I thought maybe that was the switch, but oh sorry, 1 second, I just got a message through. It's my nan again, just like on the other video. Four of Swords, but this is an intense Four of Swords. This is the Haunted House deck, so a lot of the cards in there are quite for me it's more of a shadow deck, so you know, it deals with sort of situations and topics that are a bit uncomfortable, as you can kind of see in this this card here. And actually, after just saying uncomfortable, that's kind of what I want to say is how the reading's starting. Like Virgo is, I mean, look at me, I'm just starting to like twitch with my nails. And actually I'm almost starting to like shake a little bit. Like my hands are starting to tremble a little bit, and I was starting to fiddle with my fingers. And I was about to say that, Virgo, something is making you feel increasingly uncomfortable. Like all these hands that are reaching around the bed, and I'm feeling actually an incredible amount of anxiety now. It's coming through, but it's not anxiety it's not anxiety in the sense of oh god, Virgo, this is kind of dark. Something's like frightening you, or like making you extremely scared at night. Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Virgo, 1 second. I mean, straight off, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this is not going to be for everyone. It kind of feels like you're feeling like you're being watched at night, Virgo. So this is not going to be for everyone. You will know if this message is for you, okay? So, you know, if this is a video that's going to make you uncomfortable, because this kind of feels like it's going to be quite a heavy message, then feel free to exit out. That's absolutely fine. But it feels almost like spirit activity. which honestly I would never have really interpreted that card as that, because obviously the traditional meaning of the Four of Swords is rest. You know, every tarot deck, it's always just a state of rest. But this feels like you can't rest, Virgo. Like your place of safety doesn't feel safe currently, whether that be your house, your bedroom. You actually don't feel alone in this, Virgo. It feels like you have someone next to you at night, like a husband, a wife. You know, you don't feel like you're alone in the room. As I'm kind of reading this energy, it feels like there's at least two of you in this room, so you're not completely on your own. But there is this sense of uneasiness, discomfort, feeling on edge, feeling like a little bit watched. And it doesn't feel like watched in a pleasant way, you know, like it's not coming through as kind of like angelic. I don't want to frighten anyone. I'm absolutely certain that this message is coming through for a reason, and it will be because there's going to be some sort of reassurance at some point in this message. But I just kind of want to unpack this really slowly, because this is extremely different from any of the other readings that I've done. I actually want to bring in an animal spirit. Just bear with me, Virgo. Okay, I'm going to take those two. Okay. We have the cobra and we have the fish. This feels like the other energy, right? The one that's making you uneasy. Something about it feels incredibly threatening. Do you see how it's just like completely like straight and upright? And obviously the cobra, it's like you know, if you were to walk up to a cobra, if you just walked upon one, and you know it was sort of standing up and it was kind of doing its little, you know, stance that they do, you know, it's that uneasiness of like, oh my god, is it gonna like just strike suddenly? You know, it's kind of that, it's that feeling of extreme uneasiness around something, and you're like having to just like retain, it's taking like so much self-control to not let the fear or the discomfort override you. Like it's kind of at that point now. And with the fish, this is coming through as like a slippery energy. So what do I mean by that? I mean, like, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, which is why I'm saying that this kind of feels like spirit activity, because it feels slippery. It's like you walk into a room and sometimes you can feel it there, and then other times you walk in and it's not, or it feels like it's slipped past you, you know. It's that it all feels extremely like sort of negative spirit activity. Okay, so I want to, now that that's just kind of confirmed what I was intuiting, I kind of want to move on now to move away from that and sort of see what else wants to come through, because it's not very helpful me just sitting here and saying, oh, by the way, your situation seems extremely uncomfortable. Six of Swords. I know what's come through because it came through straight away, but I want to be really careful about what I kind of say, like, about this moving forward. So just hold on a second. Just let me sort of just completely confirm that this is definitely what I need to say. I'm just gonna get one more because I want to be completely sure. 1 second, Virgo. Hopefully, if anyone's actually continued watching and this isn't your situation, hopefully this is just, you're finding this interesting, because Jesus Christ, I am. One more card, please. Oh god, it's a little bit creepy, really. Look, do you see how there's this man here and then there's this girl in the background, like watching him? It's that feeling of being watched, Virgo. But anyway, the straightaway message that I got with the Six of Swords is that actually you kind of need to move away from where it is that you are. This, whatever it is, whatever this energy is that you're kind of feeling, you're not crazy, okay? You're not crazy. It's not... Right, okay, so this is where the important message is coming through, right? I knew there'd be a reason for this coming through. Virgo, you are, as a personality in the zodiac, you are someone that likes to be in control of things, okay? You'd like to be in control of things. You're incredibly gentle. You literally wouldn't hurt a fly. So this is like two major parts of your personality, two major parts of your fundamental workings that are almost feeling threatened here. Your safety, your sense of control and stability, what makes you feel safe, and you know, your gentleness. Like you are the virgin of the zodiac, right? You don't deal with darker sort of frequencies. Like, you know, you're very much you're kind of vibing up here, right? So I do want to say that there's a need for you to move out of wherever it is that you're staying, because it's not attached to you. Whatever this is, it's not attached to you, and it's not attached to whoever else is in the house. It is attached to the house, or there's something that's gone on there that yeah, it's just not been able to move away from. I mean, I don't really deal with this kind of stuff, honestly. It's not really the whole mediumship thing. I did it a little bit when I first started out, but that was like 5 years ago, and I kind of removed myself from that kind of that field because it's not what I want to do personally. So this is kind of, it's strange reading this in a card because I've never had these kind of things come through in a card reading before. But you kind of need to get out quickly, because now I'm seeing these flashes of lightning, like these bolts of lightning that are kind of reinforcing the speed, right? The speed that you kind of just need to leave and you need to get out. I don't think that you're in harm. Like, please, honestly, I am not getting anything through that's telling me that you are at risk or you are at harm. Like, don't be afraid, Virgo. And I want to say that again. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Needed to say that 3 times. It's not going to hurt you. It's not. Whatever this is, whatever this sort of watchful kind of discomfort, disease kind of thing is that's around you, it's not going to hurt you. It can't hurt you because literally there's no way that they can hurt us because we have complete free will. You know, if it really helps, call in angelic energy, call in Archangel Michael. Honestly, do a prayer for Archangel Michael, ask him to come in to shield you. That energy will be with you instantly, okay? Instantly, I promise you, and you will feel a certain shift, okay? You could sage, you can use Palo Santo, you can start bringing in some crystals just for the, you know, whilst you're still in this situation, but nothing's going to hurt you, okay? Nothing's going to hurt you. You are protected, but nonetheless, you're still picking up, right? Because whichever Virgo and sort of individual that I'm picking up here, you're obviously highly sensitive, and whoever's next to you is also with you in the house, you know, they're also picking up on it. So it's not that it's there to hurt you, it's just that it's of a different substance to you, right? It's a completely different substance. And nonetheless, even though it's not going to hurt you and it can't hurt you, it literally cannot hurt you. And I want to say that again, it cannot hurt you, even though it feels incredibly maybe frightening and uncomfortable and uneasy. But regardless, you're still going to pick up on it because it's there and because you're sensitive to that. So that's the only reason that you're actually feeling it, okay? it's not really focused on you. I do want to say that whatever it is, it's actually not focused on you or whoever is actually within the vicinity. It's not focusing on you. It's very much, I mean, honestly, it might not even know that you're there. It might not even know that you're there. I kind of am just sort of seeing it kind of, it's kind of aimlessly kind of floating, which is why there's this slippery energy, right? Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not attached to you, Virgo, or anyone in your house, or anything like that. It's not attached to you, or if this is a workplace, like, it's not attached to you. It's attached to the environment, okay? Whatever, for whatever reason, it's attached to the environment, okay? Which is why it's that slippery in and out energy. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, because it's not focused on you. It doesn't even, in fact, actually, this is completely confirming what I was saying about it's not focused on you. You're this moon here, right? Do you see this big fish is just like, it's like, it doesn't even notice the moon. That's you, Virgo. That's what this moon's representing. And this energy, it feels so big and it feels so overpowering and so daunting. But do you see how it's just like moving through the darkness? It's like moving through shadows. It literally can't even see you. And do you see how you're completely encircled in this light, this ball of light? This is what I was saying. Like, literally, this can't hurt you, and it's not going to hurt you, even though it feels frightening, okay? But this is the reassurance that hopefully this video is bringing you. Like, it is completely oblivious to your existence there, if I'm completely honest. But this thing, the reason why it feels scary and it feels frightening is because perhaps maybe it's operating at a much lower frequency. Because there's actually no such thing as light and dark, right? When we say that we encounter like dark entities, basically it's just that their energy is much more dense than ours. Like, it's much more dense, which is why it feels incredibly heavy, which is why at the start of the reading, as soon as I said to switch from Leo to Virgo, it was like this like heavy, it almost felt like a very heavy wave just kind of like came through and just like pushed through me, like it like pushed into the room, like this weighted presence pushed into the room. And that's what's making you feel frightened. It's not that it's there to cause harm or hurt or anything like that. But you are completely enshrouded in this light. So this thing cannot touch you, it won't touch you. It's just that it's circling, right? This fish is circling, it's circling within the vicinity, it's circling within the environment. And so that's why I'm saying you kind of need to leave, because this thing won't leave itself, right? It's stuck to the environment, whatever that is, the house, okay? It's stuck to the land. Therefore, the only way that you are going to kind of get away from this is by moving away, literally. I mean, you could try, you know, bringing in people who deal with these kind of things. You know, people can do like spirit removals from places. But I don't know, there's almost this message that's coming through, like, this thing, like, doesn't want to leave? Or it's, like, not your place to make it leave. I know that sounds really messed up, doesn't it? Because, like, obviously, we're here in the physical world, so, I mean, it doesn't really make much sense. I understand that, Virgo. You know, we're physical humans, and if you know you've bought a beautiful home or something and you want to stay there, then, you know, God forbid, like, you know, don't listen to me. If you want to stay there, my God, like, stay there, hold your ground, like, seriously. But the advice that's coming through is that if you are seriously not comfortable where you're staying currently, then the best thing for you to do is to move and find somewhere else, because you're going to be much, much happier, and you'll be much more relaxed, and you'll feel at home, and you'll feel safe, because you need to feel safe, Virgo. You need to feel safe. This is too heavy for you. This is too heavy. It's too unsettling, all right? So you need to that's the only way that you'll kind of find that comfort and that feeling of home. Okay, I just want one more card. I'm hoping this has kind of provided a lot of reassurance for someone, whoever's dealing with this out there, and my heart really goes out to whoever this is. My heart really goes out to you. But as I was saying, you really don't need to worry. Like, you have so much light around you, and this thing isn't focused on you. It's just attached to the environment. So hold on, let me, what deck do I want to finish with? Twice I should have pulled a card then twice. I knew I should have, and I don't know why I did. And then as soon as I carried on shuffling, I instantly regretted it. Okay, Singer of Intuition. I already know what that's about. That's you picking up on things. Oh my god! Literally, look. Sorry, my long hairs attached to these cards. We have the Singer of Intuition, and then we have Arvel the Parrot, which is communication. What was I saying? This is your intuition picking up on this spirit activity, and this is communication. This is literally confirming what I was saying about spirit communication, right? That's what this is. It's spirit communication that's coming through. It's spirit communication that you're picking up on. God, these cards look absolutely beautiful. Do you see how glowing they are? Honestly, these cards have never looked like they're glowing so much on camera. And I'm actually noticing now, like, he's actually got little bits of purple here. And actually, the shape of his ears and his antenna is exactly the same as the Singer of Intuition. I've never seen that before. Virgo, this is such a cool reading. Oh my god, this is such a cool reading. Damn. This is my favourite reading I've ever done, definitely. Literally, this is you, Virgo. Jesus, like, ping! Your antennas are just like, whew. That's what I'm saying. That's why you're picking up on this, because you're highly, highly sensitive to whatever is sort of moving around you right now. Highly intuitive, highly psychic, I want to say, Virgo. Whichever Virgo this is, you're highly psychic. And actually, this whole situation might be coming into your life because it's trying to maybe kickstart something within you, and maybe reconnect you to a lost part of yourself. Perhaps you were incredibly psychic as a child and you didn't realize. Maybe you had imaginary friends. Maybe you actually saw spirits when you were a child, and that was something that you started to close off when you were younger. And actually, maybe this whole situation is coming in not to frighten you, but actually to kind of open you up to lost parts of yourself that you had forgotten about, i.e. mediumship, spirit communication. You actually might be extremely gifted in these areas, Virgo. Highly gifted, highly sensitive. That's completely up to you if that's something that you want to, you want to follow, you want to explore. But it's almost like they're coming through now and saying, like, actually, Virgo, this is a gift that you have. This is actually a gift that you have. This is where the light's coming into this situation. Like, that whole reading felt so, like, heavy. And like I said, like, fear, darkness, and that was sort of the feelings that were coming through, like unsettling feelings. But actually now we have so much light just moving into the reading. Like, all of this, like, this is a gift of yours, Virgo. This is like a pure gift that you've actually been given, and it is entirely up to you if you want to pursue this kind of thing. Obviously, it's still the advice of, like, move away from the environment, Virgo, because at the end of the day, even if you did want to get into mediumship or psychic readings, spirit communication, whatever it is, you don't want it in your home, do you? Right? You want to leave work at work, and you want home to be a sanctuary. But you actually have the potential to really, like, help people if you did choose to pursue this. Getting in touch with lost loved ones, that is an incredibly beautiful gift. God, I've got, like, shivers. God, Virgo. Right, one more card, please. Just one more card, just to finish, because this is a long reading. 111. Ooh, 111. 111. 111. Look up 111. Look at the symbolism of that number. It's far too many. Far too many cards. One card, please. Just one card. God, I hope this video uploads. It's so long. There we go. The Soul Shrinker and the Maiden. This is that energy that's kind of floating around you, that's causing you to feel fear and discomfort, but this is what you're moving towards, the Maiden. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. The Maiden represents a beautiful new start, a beautiful fresh start, and I feel like that's what's going to maybe come after this reading, because I'm hoping that this has kind of helped you see things from a different perspective and maybe understand a bit more how you're reading this energy, and that there's nothing to be frightened of. As I was saying, it's something that's not even focused on you, it's just circling within the vicinity, so don't be frightened of it because it can't affect you. You're just picking up on it because you're incredibly sensitive. But we have this maiden here, this maiden, which is a brand new fresh start, and actually it's coming through as like little angels that are around you. Like, you have a lot of angelic energy around you, Virgo, and whoever it is that's in this house with you, protecting you. It's like you've got these little angels, like little tiny angels that are sort of just, if you see very small white lights, just sort of flashes in the corner of your eyes, or, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night, if you see like little lights, just sort of, you know, briefly, you're not imagining it. Like, it is angelic angels that are angelic angels, obviously. It's angelic energy that is circling around you. So don't be frightened, don't be afraid. Try look for somewhere else to live because you'll be much happier. And Virgo, you're incredibly gifted. Right, I'm sorry that was rushed towards the end, but it's such a long video and I'm hoping it uploads. Virgo, that was an incredible reading. Virgo, stay safe. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and I'll do a little angelic energy prayer for you at the end of this as well. But I hope you enjoyed that. I hope there was something in there for someone. Very specific. Virgo, I really hope to see you in my next video. Stay safe, lots of love, loads of light. Mwah! Love you. Bye.